Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It is July 2nd, 2015. Today is the 51-year anniversary of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, enacted by the 88th Congress. In this post, I want to talk about how throughout history, the powers that be have used different tactics to divide and conquer us. And through all of those tactics, they've coded numbers of great significance. If you go back to my original posts, my very first video that I did, I talked about how the numbers 26, 33, and 74 are coded over and over, often together, in all the major events of our nation's history. And back then, I could not explain what it was all about. I did not understand why these numbers were coded together, but I saw that they were significant, and I had clues to where they came from. Let's begin with how God is often written G-D. G is the seventh letter, D is the fourth. So G-D is like 7-4. If you write out the word God, it sums to numbers 61, 156, and 26. The English alphabet is 26 letters long. The word God sums to 26, and in Gematria, which is much older than English, the God number is 26. With regards to 7-4 in God, think about this nation's birthday, July 4th, coming up in 2 days. July 4th has a Gematria of 156, 7-4. And as I said, the numbers 26, 33, and 74 are often coded together. 33 also yields a gematria of 156, just like July 4th. What I think is going on here is I think the Masons truly see themselves as gods. I'm talking about the elite Freemasons, not the ones you can sign up to be on a civic level. These numbers that we're looking at right here are coded all over the Black Panther Party and Huey P. Newton, the original founder of the party. Notice the Black Panther Party was established in the year 66. Most Bibles are of 66 books. The 66th book is Revelation, and in Revelation the numbers 7 and 4 are used more than any other. Notice how black nationalism, what the party was originally founded for, has a gematria of 66, like the year of establishment. And Black Panther Party has the numerology of 74, these very important numbers. The original founder, Huey Percy Newton, has a name with interesting gematria, starting with Huey. Huey has a gematria of 59, which is a number coded over black Americans all throughout history. Huey sums to 59, just like Negro, just like slave, just like blues music. Motown Records was established in 59. So often the insult is used for white people from black people as cracker, referencing the color of the skin and that they used to whip, causing the cracking sound, slaves. Cracker and slave both have the gematria of 59. So if you're someone who uses the word cracker, realize what you're participating in. Organized hate, coded words. Huey was born February 17th, 1942. I would like you to know that February is the only month with the gematria of 42, Black History Month, and 42 and 59 together are both numbers coded over black Americans over and over. On this gematria calculator at writingthebeast.com, if you go to their drop-down menu and pick English reductions, the same as Pythagorean gematria, you can type in words and quickly get gematria. February, 42. February 28th is the 59th day of the year, Truth Seeker. And again, 42 and 59 are numbers coded over black Americans. February is Black History Month. I think this is a major part of the reason why. And I suspect 42 and 59 go to something even deeper. Anyhow, Huey Newton would die in 89, the year that the new Black Panther Party was founded, on a date with 39 and 119 numerology, numbers very specific to Zionist Freemasons, the ones who are behind the divide and conquer tactics, the real authority behind the Black Panther Party. Huey would die at the age of 47, the reflection of 74. Numbers of significance. So right now, the new Black Panther Party, established in 89 and having a gematria that sums to 89, are in Charleston rallying. And notice that their phrase is freedom or death. Would you believe the gematria of freedom or death, Truth Seeker? It's 74, just like Black Panther Party. One of the biggest events in this nation's history for Black Americans was the Million Man March, gematria of 74. And MMM equals 13, 13, 13, or in numerology, 444. Words that have 74 gematria also have connections to 444. Just to show you this real quick. If a word has a simple English of 74, it'll have an English gematria of 444. These numbers coded on the Million Man March. The current leader of the new Black Panther Party is Hashim Zinga, who has name gematria of 66, matching the original year of establishment, 66 for the Black Panther Party. The former leader before him was Malik Zulu Shabazz, who has name gematria of 74. Let's listen to what Malik Zulu Shabazz said on June 23rd, 2015, this date with 43 numerology, fateful numbers in Black history. MLK assassinated April 4th. Malcolm X's assassin got 44 years in prison. Obama's the 44th president, coming 44 years after Civil Rights Act. Anyhow, let's listen to some excerpts from Malik. June 23rd, 2015, Charleston, South Carolina.
Let this cracker hear you. We come to help you. Denmark VC had a plan to kill all the slave masters in the
And remember that name, Denmark VC. We'll talk about that.
state. Denmark VC had a plan to kill every last one of them and kill all of their goddamn families. And we need some new Denmark VCs today. We got to complete what Denmark didn't finish. He never finished his mission. But the real children of Denmark VC is out here today.
So Malik Zulu Shabazz, not his birth name, speaking some real hate. You know, he's saying we got to go out and kill. The word kill has a gematria of 44. He gave his message on a date with 44 numerology. What I want to point out with Denmark Vesey is that he died July 2nd, 1822, 193 years ago in history. It's also the anniversary date of the Civil Rights Act. Denmark Vesey died on this date. And let's see, where do I have it at? Denmark VC in gematria sums to 61, a number of great significance right now. The word church has a simple English gematria of 61. Right now, this church shooting, which is what he was speaking to, has sparked a debate about the Confederate flag, which has been flying in South Carolina since 1961, the 100-year anniversary of the Civil War, which began 1861. Again, one of these numbers connected to God. We saw how Huey Newton had a 61 life number. And again, Black Panther Party has these connections to 74. This church shooting that happened on June 17th is all about 74. The street it happened on, Calhoun, has a gematria of 74. The shooter, his ridiculous name, Dylan Stormroof, sums to 74. Arrested on Interstate 74. Spotted by Debbie Dills, which sums to 47, the reflection of 74. Another ridiculous name. Debbie Dills spots Dylan Stormroof. Ha! He shot up Bible study class, which has gematria of 47 with the S exception 74. He killed Clementa C. Pinckney, supposedly, named gematria of 74. Please see my video on him and all the other deeper coding in that. The shooting came 74 days after the shooting of Walter Scott, also in Charleston, South Carolina. Again, the word Masonic equals 74. This has a lot to do with Christianity. Jesus and cross sum to 74, as does Muhammad, the Messiah from the Quran. Muhammad is spoken of in book 47. In Pythagorean gematria, the word Christian has Pythagorean gematria of 47. Book 47 of the Quran speaks of Muhammad. Messiah 74, Gospel 74. Of the 50 states, only one has a gematria of 74, True Seeker. Oregon, the 33rd state, like how Jesus was crucified at 74. Joshua, the English translation, sums to 74. English sums to 74. Gematria sums to 74. Very important numbers. That's why it's coded into Black Panther. That's why it's coded into Malik Zulu Shabazz, who was born Perry Lewis in the year 66. Interesting, he was born on September 7th because Tupac Shakur was shot on that date in 96. And I bring that up because Tupac Shakur was the son of a mother who was a famous Black Panther. He attended Howard University, the historically black school. Life number connections to 82, like the year the party originally disbanded. So much coding, Truth Seeker. I don't want to bore you with all the numbers. If you want to read my blog, there's more here, more interesting connections. But these numbers popping up of significance. Before Malik Zulu Shabazz, there was Fred Hampton, who was murdered at the age of 21. And when I was younger, I always thought this was a curious story because it was a story of a black youth being murdered by the FBI and police, as it's told even in the mainstream. And this story is a story of injustice and racial discrimination. So you see how it adds to the provoking agenda. What I now wonder is if Fred Hampton was a real person and if he really even died. The name Fred in simple English gematria is 33. Hampton Pythagorean 33. He has a life number of 33. He graduated in the year 66, perfect timing, when the Black Panther Party was founded. If you write out 33 in Pythagorean gematria, it sums to 66. He attended Triton Junior College, more 33. And he was murdered supposedly in his sleep, FBI and police. His life number connection to 86, words such as symbol, triangle, and pyramid equal 86. He has become a historical symbol of racial injustice and the things wrong in this country. But Truth Seeker, what I'm trying to show you is the people running the show, they're controlling all sides, from the KKK to the Black Panthers. White supremacist, the term we use so often to describe white racism, has a gematria of 74 as well. And KKK, K is the 11th letter, are the original instigators of the race war between black and white, 33, like all the 33s on Fred Hampton. What I want to show you is how race war with Pythagorean gematria sums to 33, just like police, who are the often instigators, these 33 connections. Most police departments are ran by Freemasons. Freemasons have a highest degree of 33. All throughout the nation, state badges give away the connections between Freemasons and the police. Think of this recent shooting in history. Last year on August 9th in Ferguson, Missouri. Darren Wilson killed Michael Brown. And here they have him wearing a shirt with the number 42 on it and the word blues. 5942, these numbers that get coded so often. Notice that the name Michael sums to 33, as does the name Darren, 33 on 33. It happened in Ferguson, which has gematria 42, just like Missouri. All throughout history, they've been putting these numbers on the incidents, trying to provoke us. Truth Seeker, one of the most provoking incidents in recent history is the beating of Rodney King. Rodney King was born on April 2nd and died at the age of 47, like Huey P. Newton, on June 17th, now the anniversary date of the church shooting in Charleston. Rodney King died 3 years earlier on this day. What I want to show you is that Rodney King sums to 59 with an April 2nd birthday. Recently, we got the story of Rachel Dolezal, who also attended Howard University. Rachel Dolezal equals 59. Her story was in Washington, the 42nd state. Again, about race, about provoking, coded with these numbers. Let me show you something in simple English gematria. The name Rachel Dolezal in simple English gematria sums to 122, just like the name Rodney King, just like the name Confederate flag, all 122. Just the other day, there was a plane crash in Indonesia, supposedly, with 122 passengers. These numbers are hot right now. They're being coded a lot. They have a lot to do with provoking. Pope Francis, also on the burner right now for supporting gay marriage. Pope Francis equals 122. The point is these people have numbers. They code them. They reveal they're plotting what they're doing to us. Here's another example. Marvin Gaye, born April 2nd, just like Rodney King. He was murdered the last day of being 44 on April 1st, April Fool's Day. Think about it. He was the king of Motown, established in the year 59. 59, 42, 44. All smack dab on top of Marvin Gaye, R.I.P. The man who once asked us what's going on and said, mercy, mercy me, things aren't what they used to be. And the longer we let this tyranny go on, the worse they're going to get. Truth Seeker, we live in a nation that is an ongoing, pre-planned hoax with an agenda of holding us down through division. This is the 51-year anniversary of the Civil Rights Act. Very quickly, Barack Hussein Obama sums to 64, just like his nickname Barry in simple English gematria. Civil rights sums to 64. Civil rights enacted by the 88th Congress, 8 times 8 is 64. Obama ran on hope 44 years after the Civil Rights Act and was elected president 44 years later. He's the 44th president. The last president to die in office was John F. Kennedy, the 44th term president. Look at the name John F. Kennedy, which he went by. 59. Remember, the words kill sum to 59 and 44. Coded on JFK, who died on 11/22, the first day of Sagittarius. The Civil Rights Act passed 7/2/64, a date with 73 numerology. Obama's birthday in 61, 8 plus 4 plus 61 is 73. Civil rights with a S exception is 73. The point is our history is all coded with these numbers, Truth Seeker. And the reason they keep doing these things by the dates, by the numbers, with these coded agents, is because it's part of their plan. And perhaps on a deeper level, it has programming properties, spiritual properties. Perhaps these elite Zionist Masons are truly trying to communicate through God with these numbers. It is said that Freemasons worship Satan. A lot of Freemasons drop out of Freemasonry once they find out the truth about Freemasonry and Satanism. So that's why they might code all these numbers which correspond with God, but also have to do with horrible things, such as ruling people in tyrannical fashion. So from the Black Panther Party to Huey P. Newton to Malik Zulu Shabazz to the KKK to Darren Wilson, police departments, Freemasons, JFK, Rodney King, Rachel Dolezal, Marvin Gaye, all this and a whole lot more has been done by the numbers. We have to stop it, Truth Seeker. We have to stop it ASAP. We need to expose what the truth of this nation is and what's being done in our name. On the July 4th, our nation's birthday, is a perfect example to talk about this with people. How coded our language is, how coded our calendar is, and how all this information's been hidden from us. Right now, the focus is on South Carolina, which has the God numbers. Walter Scott shot 74 days before the church shooting, bringing on debates about flags. See how they do it to us, Truth Seeker? We got to expose it. We got to expose Malik Shabazz. I don't know if he's aware of what he's contributing to, or if he's just being used like a pawn on a chessboard. Oftentimes, I think a lot of these people are. So that's the message, Truth Seeker. Understand what controlled opposition is. Learn gematria. Learn how to decode it. All right, until next time, Truth Seeker.